This is a quick demonstration of how to use RSLogix 5000 version 16 with the Premier integration features to quickly configure a drive on Ethernet or ControlNet. We're starting with the Logix 5000 project. This happens to be a compact Logix. We go to the network port, we select new module, and we select a drive. There's all the legacy drives with the 1203EN1 Ethernet IP to SCAN port interface, and all the 4 series, 400, 440, and 7700 and 7000 series drives are here. We're going to choose a PowerFlex 70. Like all I/O modules, the drive has a name. Because it's on Ethernet IP, it's got an address, an IP address. And here's where we define the drive, its size, and its I/O connection to the controller. Prior to version 16, we had data links available to us, but they were undifferentiated data that you had to configure yourself. We've automated the process in version 16. Let's say for the input data I want maybe the DC bus voltage, and maybe I want the digital input status as well. I can sort by number or by name. Over on the output data, I'm going to send down to the drive the acceleration time and the deceleration time. So when I finish creating this drive module definition, the drive will show up over here on the network as an I/O module, and controller scope tags have been created for us in the form of a drive. The output bits, stop, start, jog, clear, fault, all the output Boolean commands we expect, the commanded frequency, and there's those 2 data links, accel time 1 and decel time 1, been created for us and named in the tag database. On the input side, all the input status bits that we expect. There's the DC bus voltage and the digital input status that we configured as data links already pre-created for us. We go back to the drives window here, and over on the drive tab, this is the embedded drive executive software. It's Drive Executive Lite. You don't have to buy it separately. It's included with Logix 5000 on the install. We can get to any parameter in the drive from here just through the parameter list, or any parameter in one of the accessories. What we're going to do is use the drive wizard. I'm going to go through the wizard pretty fast here. So just to set this up, put some drive demo type of values into it. Speed control, I want it to take from the network. I know that's DPI port 5, and it reminds me with this little cartoon. I'm going to turn some of these discrete inputs into not used. I can still read their value, they just won't have an effect on the drive. Here's all the parameters that were changed during this wizard session. You can print them out there. We're just going to apply them. Now all of these parameters are in Logix 5000 software. They're not in the drive yet, so I need to download them. Got to tell the software how to communicate with the drive out there on the network. We're just going to download the parameters to the PowerFlex 70 from here, and the parameters should download pretty fast over Ethernet IP. When we're done, we're done. That's loaded all these parameters down into the drive. Now I'm going to take this project file and load it into the controller. When I go online, I see that the PowerFlex is in the I/O tree. There's no yellow triangle indicating a connection problem, so we should be good to go. I go to the output command tags. I put in a frequency command. Maybe I put in a acceleration time. Those are in values of tenths of a second. Frequency command on a PowerFlex is 0 to 32,767 equals minimum frequency to maximum frequency, just the way the drives have been for a very long time with the older 1336 family. So when we look at the inputs, we find that the drive is ready. It's ready to go. There's the DC bus voltage already being fed back. There's the status of a couple of the digital inputs. So when I hit start, we should see the output frequency increase. Sure enough, there it is. It accelerated right to the same value that I was commanding for it. That's really all there is to it, and that's the very simple part. When I go to the PowerFlex object in the I/O tree, I can go to the Drives tab and I can get another look at the embedded Drive Executives Lite software. Now all of the parameters that are in the drive can be listed and shown during runtime. We see the drive's at speed and running at 16.25 Hertz. And there's the parameter list from top to bottom. You can look at it as a full parameter list all the way to the last of the parameters, or you can use the categories of parameters to look at a subset of the parameters. And those are all live values. We can also look at some of the status data of the drive here. The general status of the drive. We can look at the process display, and we can set the process display. Maybe I don't want it to show amps, but rather frequency in hertz. I can go ahead and set that right away. And that's the straightforward connection of drives over Ethernet IP with Logix 5000 version 16 with Premier integration.